Welcome to our tutorial about Inventor 2010's user interface. As you see, I've only got 3 tabs available currently: Get Started, Tools, and Vault. Let's go to the Get Started tab. This is always a good place to start. I want to create a new file and I'm going to click on the New icon. Or I can click on this I icon, scroll down, select New. A drop-down menu for document types appears. I can choose a new file from an existing template, an assembly, drawing, part, or presentation file. Let's go ahead and click New. The New File dialog window opens. We can choose from these 7 templates. The files with extension .ipt are part files. We can choose a sheet metal part file or a standard part file. Files with the extension .iam are assembly files. We can choose between a standard or weldment assembly file. The .ipn template is a presentation file. .idw is a standard drawing file. .dwg, you might recognize this. This is an AutoCAD drawing file. We can also choose between English and metric units. Below, we define a project file. I'm going to talk about this in a little bit. There's a section down here called Quick Launch. It gives us the option to open a file. Let's click on it. The Open dialog window appears. Now in the Quick Launch section, you see that the Open option is grayed out. Let's click New now. It returns us to the New File dialog window. Let's open a standard.ipt template, that's a part file, and click OK. Right now we're in the Sketch environment. Sketch 1 has already been created for us. The document name, Part 1, is shown right at the top of the window. The Sketch tab is currently active. The ribbon displays a number of panels that relate to the Sketch environment. Draw, constrain, modify. Click the flyout arrow to see all of the available tools. You can pin down the flyout menu with this pin. To exit the Sketch environment, click this big green check mark called Finish Sketch. While I'm in the Sketch environment, if I click, for example, the Model tab, we can still see that the Sketch tab is active by its highlighted color. Do you remember the panel bar in previous versions of Inventor? Well, the ribbon basically replaces this. There's a number of convenient help tools that are easily available. When you mouse over a tool, a short help pop-up window appears. If I hover longer, an extended help pop-out appears with a description of how to use the tool and an example. I can also press F1 on the keyboard to read more about the tool. On the left side of our interface is what's called the browser with its familiar tree structure. It can be docked and undocked. At the bottom of the screen, we've got the status bar. Let's activate the line tool, and then we'll take a look at the status bar. It prompts me to select the start of the line or to drag off endpoint for a tangent arc. On the right-hand side of the status bar is a readout of the cursor's position in relation to the origin point. Let's try creating a line. Right-click and select Done when you're finished using a tool. The status bar lets us know that 4 dimensions are needed. To exit the sketch, let's click on the big green check mark, Finish Sketch. We're now in the part modeling mode. On the top of the ribbon is what's called the Quick Access toolbar. When I mouse over an icon, Inventor lets me know what the icon does. This arrow here undoes the last action. If we click on it now, we'll go back to sketch mode, since that was our last action. Let's enter our sketch again. We'll double-click on the icon in the browser. Now let's go back to the Undo tool. When I mouse over it, the message has updated to undo our current last action. Start sketching. Let's right-click on the Quick Access toolbar now. I want to check out some of the contextual menu options. From here, we can easily remove a command from the toolbar, add a separator, or show the Quick Access toolbar underneath the ribbon instead of on top. Here's my separator pipe. To remove that separator, right-click again and select Remove from the Quick Access toolbar. If I right-click on the ribbon, I see a contextual drop-down menu as well. From here, I can modify the ribbon appearance. For example, let's switch to Text Off. This compresses the panels a little bit. Let's turn the text back on. We can also minimize the ribbon. We can choose which panels to make available, set a docking position, etc. We're able to dock it top, left, and right. Let's right-click and return it to the top. You're also able to undock the ribbon and drag it freely around your workspace. Right-click and select Undock Ribbon. Now let's go to the Tools tab, Application Options, and to the Colors tab. Let's change the color scheme to Sky. Now let's go to the Part tab. Under Sketch on New Part Creation, we've got some options here. We've got Sketch on the XY plane selected. That's why when we created our new document, Sketch 1 was already established for us on the XY plane and active. Let's leave that option in place and click OK. The View Cube, the Steering Wheel, the Pan, Zoom, and Orbit tools, they all work the same as they did in Inventor 2009. We covered them in detail in our 2009 course, so please do refer to that if you need to refresh on those tools. This concludes our tutorial about the Autodesk Inventor 2010 interface.